My pedals are not too complicated, but maybe I'd call it the pedal dance or fancy footwork.
So, all right, so you've got a big muff, you've got a reverb.
I do. The reason I have a reverb is because I don't play through a Fender that has reverb. I play through a custom. This is actually borrowed to us by the institution.
By me.
By you?
Yeah, actually,
okay.
technically by Joel Picard.
James, then. And so what I have here is a big muff.
Show that. You can just play each one. Sorry.
Right now. And the reason the big muff for me, I think it only really sounds good when you have a clean channel. You can't really play it with an overdrive channel because it's so fuzzy. And the reason I love it so much is because it is a wall of sound, and it's really, I just like to play the low strings with it, the thicker strings. Sounds nice when it's just those strings. And then I have, the second distortion I have is made by my friend Gehr, and he made this line of pedals, and he was like, back in Ouija Radio, he's like, try this out, it's super crunchy and really cool. And it's pretty much the pedal I use for most all my songs in Mink for my chords. Just because it sounds, it is crunchy and it sounds good just, you know, with an open chord, and it also sounds good with bar chords. And it's distinguishable in the mid-range and the high ends. And then I have an old super overdrive. I don't use it very much, but I do use it just for a boost of when I want to get a more trebly sound.
For like leads, like a solo kind of section, or
yeah, but mostly, yes, exactly. I use it in the solo section of a song called "Earthquake" on the Lukes that we do. So it just kind of pumps it out a little bit more.
Do you use it with?
But it's not overwhelming. If I use this same pedal with my Marshall setup for Ouija Radio, it's really, really prominent, and it's more of a solo. But for the way it sounds through the clean amps, it just kind of boosts, and that's all I wanted it for, was just like the boost.
Do you use it in conjunction with either of the others? So it's one or the other? That's
one or the other. In this configuration, it is one or the other. They don't sound good together. And then I have a reverb pedal and a digital delay pedal, and I use both of them quite a bit. Digital delay, it's just kind of what I really like to make that psychedelic solo with, and
why don't you show us? So it's a repeat. A delay pedal gives it like a right?
Right. And then I use a volume boost a lot because I play the clean channel amp, and a lot of times my band is really loud, and I need to boost it, and I got a little volume pedal right there. So like songs right now, like for example, just simply, let's just say Hidden Beach, you know, open strings, you have the reverb, you have the clean channel right now, little volume pedal. And it adds that depth, you know, and that hollow depth that I really like. And I add my most prominent crunch pedal to the mix. We get my more, I think the sound that we have for almost all my songs. This is like this is Ghost Spike. Volume for boosts, once you get your solo boosts. So yeah, and I love that sound. I don't know what it is. It's maybe, I guess, the configuration I have going is my own sound, which makes it what it is. And this is just for Mink. And my other bands, I use a different configuration of pedals. But so I do some fancy footwork when I'm playing, and I can't pull away too much from the mic if I'm singing and playing and doing all this. And that's sometimes where Arzu comes in, because she is amazing on stage, and if you've seen us, it's a lot of fun to have her right next to me, and I can't leave the microphone or my pedals.
Leg kicks. It's always good to have some some good leg kicks going on.
Yes.
So Arzu, you got the Holy Stain a little while ago.
The Holy Stain. James and I both have the Holy Stain. We were discussing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought it for certain songs that we were doing.
And
I've always wanted a tremolo and pedal.
And that, do you use it as your tremolo pedal mostly, or do you use it for the reverb? Or?
I use it for both, but a lot of times for the tremolo in particular.
And you used it on the first song tonight, right? When you were,
I did.
you want to demonstrate what that sound is?
Oh.
What it does?
Right, so, well, yeah, because for I think about it actually for that one that we played earlier, but I mean for Ghost Bike in particular, it's like, well, if I'm just doing this, it's like. Much more spooky. Much more spooky? Yes. So, yeah. I love having just those warm tremolo ones. And I've had amps before that have had tremolo and vibrato and everything. I could just never figure out how to use it. And so, luckily, like, Christy will fill everything in so then I can just kind of chill out and just hit one note and then do a stance and a kick and then hit another note. So, yeah. But yeah,
simplicity is a beautiful thing.
I love my tremolo.
And the two combined actually create this nice wall of sound, and then you put the lines of the bass, the Jacques Wait,
yep,
and the fills of Charles in, and you get a really, really whole product. And then we do a lot of double vocals, which is super fun, by the way. And I kind of learned that trick in the Bondies, because we do it's 2 guys, 2 girls in the Bondies, and the songs that the girls sing on, we sing together. That's one voice. So I kind of was like, that's so much fun, just playing and writing these songs and getting to double vocals, and so there we are.